Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, make plans now to visit the Henry County Fair August 8th through the 15th. You can visit henrycountyfair.org.
Time for our latest update in the monthly Amplifying Ag series, thanks to BASF. Nick Tinsley, BASF Technical Field Rep for Seed Treatment, joined us today to talk sudden death syndrome and soybean cyst nematode. A timely topic, something to keep an eye out for this time of year.
Sudden death is caused by a fungus that lives below ground on soybean roots. And even though we think about sudden death this time of the year, the infection actually occurs very early on in the growing season. In fact, growers who plant early to maximize yield potential are at increased risk of sudden death. It's not until late summer rains push toxins from the roots into the soybean canopy that we start to see foliar symptoms, things like yellowing or browning between leaf veins, premature senescence, and even plant death. Unfortunately, once we start to see those above ground symptoms, there's really nothing we can do to stop the yield loss other than plan for next year. Soybean cyst nematode, or SCN for short, is the most important pathogen affecting soybean in the United States. Every single year, it causes somewhere on the order of 100 million bushels of yield loss. SCN can be tricky too because, like the pathogen that causes sudden death, it also lives below ground on soybean roots. However, it rarely causes any above ground symptoms, and so most growers don't even realize they might be losing yield to SCN. The only sure way to know if SCN is affecting your crop is to take a soil sample.
If we find it, what to do?
The first thing you might crop rotation. And while this may be very effective for helping reduce SCN densities, crop rotation won't help manage sudden death because the pathogen that causes it can survive on corn and corn residue. The next thing to consider would be resistant varieties. We're lucky that our seed catalogs are loaded with varieties that offer some level of resistance to both sudden death and SCN. And while it's important to use those varieties, keep in mind that no variety will be 100% effective against both of these pathogens. The final tactic to consider is using a seed treatment like Alivo from BASF.
That full video featuring Nick Tinsley with BASF talking sudden death syndrome and soybean cyst nematode online today at ohioagnet.com. I'm Joel Norwood reporting.
Well, all three broad-based measures of farmer sentiment improved in the July Purdue University CME Group Ag Economy Barometer. The index rose 8 points from June to 113. The index of current conditions increased 10 points to 100. The index of future expectations rose 7 points from June to 119. This 2024 Crop Tour update is brought to you by the Ohio Field Leader Program, a project of the Ohio Soybean Council and Soybean Checkoff. Here's Dusty.
Dave, day 2 of the North Leg with the Ohio Crop Tour continues on. We started the morning out in Crawford County. We hit Wyandotte County, we hit Hardin County, we hit Hancock County. We're currently up in Henry County. And as we've progressed, we've seen the crops not quite as mature as they were earlier on the trip with some delayed planting issues. Plenty of moisture has been in the area relative to some of the other parts of the state, and so the overall condition of the crop has looked good. Yield estimates on the beans have been anywhere from 50 bushels an acre all up to well above 65 plus, and on the corn crop we've seen yields anywhere from pushing that 190 bushels to the acre all the way up to about 235 bushels. We have several counties to go yet, and we'll have more information tomorrow morning. For now, that's the report from the northern leg of the Ohio Crop Tour, sponsored by the Ohio Field Leader and your Soybean Council Checkoff Dollars at Work.
All right, Dusty. And for more on the Ohio Crop Tour, you can go to ohioagnet.com. Well, let's take a look at the markets. Those are coming up next.
Did you know soybeans' number one customer is animal agriculture? That includes Ohio's poultry farms. High-protein soy meal keeps poultry farms thriving. Nationally, Ohio ranks second for egg production and ninth for turkey farming. Plus, Ohio produces 526 million pounds of chicken annually. Now that's a lot of birds, and that's a lot of soybeans. Soybeans, feeding the industry that feeds us. Brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Checkoff.
Hey Ohio, exciting news coming to you from Ohio's Country Journal. Subscribe or renew your free subscription by September 20th of 2024 and you could win one of 4 50-inch televisions. Ohio's Country Journal is free, but subscribers have to renew their subscriptions every 3 years to continue to receive it. Subscribe or renew to stay updated on all things Ohio, from agricultural insights to rural lifestyle. Don't miss out. Visit our website today at ocj.com/renew.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, September corn $3.83 and a quarter, down 5.5. December corn $4.75 down 4.5. August soybeans $10.20 and a quarter, down 8 and a quarter. November soybeans $10.18 and 3/4 down 8. September wheat $5.38 and a quarter, down a nickel. At the Mercantile Exchange, August cattle $182.27 up 30 cents. August hogs $90.60 down 67 cents. September feeder cattle $238.90 down $1.67. This is the Ohio AgNet.